Hey, thanks for joining Our American Travel today. I'm Melanie. Where's Al? He's actually on a guy's trip with our son. They're in St. Louis watching Cardinals baseball, and I'm attempting to do this by myself. I don't know how it's going to go, so we're going to see. In this episode, and he always tells me not to hit the table because the camera shakes. In this episode, I'm going to do a review on the UltimateCloth. Cleaning cloth. We actually got some of these before our summer trip, and been using in the house, and we used it on our almost 2-week vacation that we were able to take. And I'm just going to give you an honest review. See what you think. Okay. So I'm a little bit of an unorganized mess, but basically I'm going to go over review three different of the UltimateCloth products. The first one is just the plain, the original UltimateCloth, and with this all you need is water, and actually sometimes you don't even need water, and it feels kind of papery. This is a brand new cloth, haven't used it before, and I'm sorry, I've got to read everything it does. It's basically ideally meant to take the place of a lot of different products. So here's a product that I've used in the past, Mrs. Meyer's multi-service spray. Don't need it anymore. Here is my Bono floor cleaner. I'm not going to need it anymore. And here are some antibacterial wipes. I'll tell you why I don't need those anymore in a minute. This is good for cleaning. Let me read everything. Blinds, wood, floors, walls, plasma LCD and computer screens, stainless steel, so you don't need your stainless steel. And I actually got my stainless steel cleaner out and it broke and I had to throw in the trash can. Glass top and black appliances, laminates, corian, granite, marble, ceramic tile, chrome, shower doors, bathrooms, porcelain, fiberglass, iPad, cell phones, camera lenses, optics, autos, motorcycles, windshields, Lexan, leather, chrome, paint, plexiglass, vinyl, fiberglass, boats, and RVs. So this takes the place of just about everything. This is one actually that I've been using, and it's got thousands of uses. You can wash it, you can bleach it. Oh, it says hundreds here, not thousands. I do have some stains. First thing I used it on was to clean the bottom of a stainless steel pot, a big huge stock pot. And I bleached it. These are still here, but it still works great. I just cleaned my stove yesterday. I bleached it yesterday, and these are just from cleaning my stove. I have a black glass stovetop. I don't have glass. I don't have gas. I have electric, so it's one of those. And you can see the dirt that comes off. It now has kind of almost a really thin leathery feel. So these are very, very sturdy. They're going to last a long time. I'm also going to review this very neat OptiCloth. You're going to use this for TVs, LCDs, flat screens. My husband's used it on my glasses. I'm going to attempt to show you my glasses, how they clean it. And then this is my favorite, which would help you take the place of these. This one is Antimicrobial. Picks up 99.9% of bacteria from your surface, and then it goes to killing the it cleans the contaminants on the cloth. So, and you can store these wet for up to 24 hours without having any moisture growth on them, which is pretty cool. Prevents odors caused by bacteria, and it's more effective than harsh cleaning chemicals, and there's no health or safety warning label. Right here we've got a safety warning label: hazard to humans and domestic animals. Does this a hazard to a human? No. Even on this one, which is made from essential oils and plant ingredients, there are still, you're supposed to keep out of the reach of children and pets. And there are some, you're not supposed to have it around children and pets, just for the danger. This one right here, this has got PPG-2 methyl ether, butyl oxypropanol, a lot of other carbon-based products that I cannot pronounce. All right, so let's take a look and see how well it cleans. You ready? First, I'm going to go ahead and clean my glasses because I'm still sitting here right now. I am going to try to smudge them up with my fingers as much as I can. And it's really hard to see on the camera, but I have got fingerprints everywhere. I don't want you to just take my word for it. I want you to see that they're bad. Okay, so I'm going to take this really cool cloth, the Ultimate Cloth, and I've got 3 of them in this package. And you can see we've used this one. It's got a little bit of stuff on it. Okay, so I don't know if you can tell the difference. Probably not. This side has been cleaned. There are no fingerprints on it. This side still has fingerprints on it. Interestingly enough, I still have paint on here. I was painting with the wrong kind of brush, and I've got little bitty paint flecks. I wonder if it'll get those off. Because I couldn't even get those off with soap and water. There were so many of them. I got a lot of them off. I'm also going to go along here and get any makeup stains off. Okay. I don't know if you can see it, but ta-da! Oh, wow. Yep, there are no fingerprints on it. There's a little bit of smearing right here on the edges. And sometimes I'm so used to being dirty that I don't know what it's like to see perfectly clearly. Okay. Now I'm in my backyard and my neighbor's right over there, and I don't want him to hear me because I'm kind of embarrassed. So I have all the windows closed and it's hot and I'm sweating. So here I've got my iPad, and you can tell there's fingerprints everywhere. I use this to read. I have a Kindle app, and so it's fingerprints everywhere. I'm going to use the OptiCloth. Clean that off. I wish that you could see the difference. That's the only thing I think is so hard, is you can't really see how well it's doing. Okay. So there are no more fingerprints on here. And I did not even wet this. This is dry. Of course, it is an electronic, so I didn't wet it for that reason. Okay, here is our microwave. In the camper or the travel trailer. Thing I don't like is you get fingerprints all around the numbers. So I'm going to take my cloth that I've already used, and I am just going to wipe. And you'll notice what I noticed first. I'm like, this isn't working. It's streaking because it's wet. And it says right on here that the streaks will go away when it dries, and it's right. That's kind of why I wanted you to see the wet. There you go. I will show you the camera in just a second when it's dry. I'm going to go ahead and clean off the glass cooktop here, but I want to use my brand new one so you can kind of see how much dirt it gets off. So I'm putting it in a bowl of water because we do not have any water in our fresh tank right now. We did just go do some warranty work, and I don't know if either from the work or from the drive, there's some stuff that is settled. This is a relatively new trailer. I'm gonna go ahead. I've only got part of this wet, and look, you can see it's already picked up some dirt right there. This was a brand new, never been used cloth. Okay, now I'm gonna go over it with the dry part because try to enhance the drying process. So anything that was there is now gone. You can see how it has cleaned right here. You can see the dirt that it's gotten up. And it's a really interesting product. I'm going to go ahead and clean up over here where we had some styrofoam. Just my bowl of water. Hopefully you will see how well it gets everything off. Now, in my house, I have not used the microbial. Look at all the dirt that I got. See, that's dirt I couldn't even see. It did not look dirty to me. It looked perfectly fine, but look how clean it is now. And you could take a wet paper towel if you're thinking, wow, this is just like a paper towel. A paper towel will do that. The paper towel will rip. A paper towel This is thick. I don't even know how to describe it, except for this one. This one's been washed several times. It really feels like really thin leather. Anyway, it's just, I'm a skeptic when it comes to things like this, I promise. And it really does work. Okay, I've got some fingerprints over here on my refrigerator near the door. We did have some work done on the door when we did our warranty work, because the handle didn't break off, but it just wouldn't close right. We had to finagle it to get it to close. So I'm gonna go ahead and wipe where those fingerprints are. I don't know if you can see them or not. You do not have to dry it. I'm just drying it for the video's sake. And you may not be able to see it, but there are no streaks. Well, there's a few, but they're gonna dry and they're gonna be gone. So, this is an amazing product. Okay, now, we have not used our trailer since we came back from our trip, because my dad was in the hospital. And I cleaned off the table the last night we used it. So I'm taking a part of the cloth that is not dirty. The dirt you may see in the shadows actually on the other side. Yeah, this is just from my stovetop. And it didn't look dirty to me except for that one tiny little spot. And I'm going to try my table. Let's see if anything happens. Look at that. My table appeared to be clean. And look how dirty it really was. Look at my handprint. I am really, really grossed out, y'all. I am so grossed out. This is a good product. See, sometimes I forget. Okay, I'm going to go out in just a minute and we're going to clean off a window, because the windows on the outside will definitely be dirty. But I've got one more thing to show you. Okay, this cloth is the Anti-Microbial Cloth. We did use this cloth. My grandson got sick over in our little seating area. Once we cleaned up the vomit, we did wipe everything down with this antimicrobial cloth. We could have just wiped everything and cleaned it and then got it wet again, but we just did use paper towels to clean up that. The antimicrobial, I already said, picks up 99.9% of bacteria from the surface and then works on killing it actually in the cloth. So I ended up, after that incident, using it on everything, because I feel like we don't have a dishwasher. I'm kind of concerned sometimes that everything is as clean as it needs to be. So while we were camping, I did use the antimicrobial to clean everything. Okay, this is our stainless steel sink. As you can see, it gets water droplets on it. My cloth was wet. I left the house and it was kind of dried a little bit, but so you can use this cloth and it will take away the water stains in your stainless steel sink and leave it shiny. It's interesting because I'm seeing things on the camera that I'm not seeing with my eyes. I've got a little bit of water in the bottom of the sink to kind of wet this, and it's got a lot more shine now. If you look over here, there's a lot of water spots. This is the back, so I'm going to wipe those down. And it does a really good job of just leaving the surface clean and shiny. And there's the bottom. It is not clean and shiny. It still has water from where I emptied the dehumidifier that's running. And there's the back side. It looks pretty good. Here are windows that I cleaned earlier, but when I was filming, I actually had the camera facing me, not the windows, which was not very smart. But I was able to get a lot of the dirt off of the windows, and they are pretty shiny. I'm going to attempt to clean back here. This is our big window in the back, just to show you how easy it is. You don't need any newspaper, and look how much dirt is on the cloth just from the windows. You don't have to spray and then wipe like with Windex. And even though it does have streaks on here right now, those will dry and will be streak free, which is pretty awesome. Okay. And I'm going to do this last thing. We're going to go clean off the front. Just a little bit, turn it over to a clean side. And incidentally, this is a cloth I cleaned with earlier, and it was pretty dirty. And I did take it in and wash it with bleach, and it became perfectly clean. I washed it immediately after using it. I don't know if that made a difference. I have another cloth I've washed with bleach, and it does still have some stains on it, so I'm going to go ahead and wash this one again. Fortunately, it's a small load, so it won't take a lot of energy. But here we have the front of our trailer. We got some bird poop. I'm going to do where it's white, so you can see right there my handprints, where it's coming clean. I just wiped off the bird poop. It is gone. So just in a few seconds, I was able to clean that section. It's obviously not clean where my hand was not showing a lot of pressure, but you can see the bird poop wiped off so easily. I mean, it wasn't, or it may have been a dead bug, I don't know. Which is also sticky. And now it's shiny and clean. And again, we didn't have to dip a sponge into water. We don't have to rinse it. So it does take a lot less time. So look how dirty that is. Yikes. This whole trailer needs a bath. Okay, so there you have it. I highly recommend these cloths. Okay, so this is the UltimateCloth after I stuck it in the washer with some bleach, and there are no stains on it at all, which is perfectly amazing to me. Wow, it's awesome. So it doesn't look brand new. I just took it out of the washer. It's still kind of wet, but all of the stains that were on it before are now gone. Amazing. Hey, thanks so much for watching this episode of Our American Travel, the only one where I have done it all by myself. We'll see how that goes. I hope you enjoyed our review of the UltimateCloth. It's a great product. I highly recommend it. I'm still using it and still learning new ways to use it, so it's worth an investment to try. As always, I really appreciate that you're watching our videos, and if you would like and subscribe and maybe click the bell to get notified when a new one comes out, that would be fantastic. We really appreciate it. And remember, why did I do my hands like that? It's all about the journey. Thanks for watching.